Hello, Ashwati. Am I audible to you?
Hello, Miss. They clear.
Please tell others to join soon. Okay. I'm presenting my screen. Hope you can see the screen. Ashwati, can you see the screen?
Miss, screen is black.
Okay, okay. I'm waiting for you people to join. So I'll be waiting for 1 more minute and I'll start my presentation. Okay. Hello. Please tell others to join first. it's 8:57. 7 minutes past. So I'll present my screen now. So hope you can see the screen. So we were discussing about the output files that were generated during cross-compilation process or cross-assembling process. The different types of files that were generated during cross-compilation or cross-assembling process. So do you remember the files that were generated during cross-assembling or cross-compilation process? How many files we were discussing about? How many files have we listed? Do you remember? Yes, 5. What are they? Can you name them? List file, then list file, okay, .lst extension. Then next was hex file. Hex is another file. Then map file, okay. Hex file, map file, .obj object file, preprocessor output file. So the second file that we were discussing about was preprocessor output file. And as I said in the last class, it contains the output of the preprocessor instructions. There will be certain preprocessor instructions that we write in our source code. And the output of this preprocessor instructions will be stored in the preprocessor output file. And this file, we didn't say any extension because it is cross compiler dependent. The file extension is cross compiler dependent and it is a valid C source code. And the main aim of this output file is to verify the operations of macros and conditional preprocessor directives that are in the source file. If we had written any macros or if we had written any conditional preprocessor directives, that will be checked for or verified during the operation or during the execution of the program using the preprocessor output file. So that was the second file. It contains the output of all preprocessor directives that we had used in our source file. And its extension is cross-compiler dependent. Then third kind of file is the object file or the .obj file. Now we said in the conversion of assembly language to machine language or high-level language to machine language conversion process, you had drawn a figure. In that, after cross compilation or cross assembling, you will get an obj file corresponding to each module. So if there are 3 modules, then you will get 3 different object files. And these object files, what are the contents of these object files? That is what we are going to discuss now. So cross-compiling or cross-assembling the source modules which are written in C or an assembly language, it is converted to the obj file with the extension .obj. And if there are any directives present, they will also be converted to and stored in this obj file. And the internal representation of obj file is cross-compiler dependent. That is, the various sections included in the obj file depends on the cross-compiler that we are using. If it is for 8051 microcontroller, then it is C51 cross-compiler. It will have a specific format for .obj file. And so it is a specifically formatted file and it contains data records for all the symbols that we had used in our source code. And it contains object code, it contains in debugging information. Then as I said, these object files should be linked together and then if there are any library functions referenced in these modules, the library files should be linked. So library references will also be stored in obj file. So here we list some of the details which are in the obj file. These are the main details that will be there in the obj file. That is, you will be having reserved memory for global variables. If there are any global variables referenced in the program, there will be it will show the amount of memory space reserved for global variables. Then, if you are using any public variables, we had discussed public variables in the last section. That is, if one module is going to export a variable to another module, then those variables are called public symbols or public variables or functions. And the details of public variables or functions will be there in the OBJ file. Then the external symbols. External symbols are those variables and functions that we are importing to our module. We have different modules. We can use variables and functions that are declared in other modules. So if we want to access variables and functions which are declared in other modules, we have to access it. Is we have to import it to a module, and those modules from which we are importing, they are called external variables or functions, and these external symbol references will also be stored in OBJ file. Then, since there are multiple object files, and each object files, if they are referencing any library files, then the library files which are to be linked to the object file to the corresponding module will also be listed in this OBJ file. Then also finally you have the debugging information to help to help us to find out the bugs that are there. If there is any warning or error messages, that will also be displayed in the object code. So all debugging information will be there in the object file. So these are the main contents of the object file. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Okay. So this speaking about we were speaking about a particular file, isn't it? Which file are we covering now? There is the .obj file. Before that, we said there is the preprocessor output file, and the first file was this file. So after this file, we said there is a output file, and this preprocessor output file will show the output of all the preprocessor directives that we have used in the source code. That will contain all the preprocessor output of all will contain the output of all preprocessor directives that have been used in the source code. Then next file was obj file, the .obj file, and obj file, it stores the following information. OBJ file, as you know, generates compilation process of OBJ file, internal representation of compiler dependent, and it is a formatted file. It contains records for all symbolic information, the object code that you have generated, and information. Along with this, there will be library references also. What are the all the information and some of the details that are stored in this object file is listed here. That is the amount of memory required for the reserved memory for variables. Then there will be the public symbols. Public symbols are symbols that can be used in other modules. In one module, but used by other modules. So what are the public symbols? External symbols are those symbols that we import into a module from other modules. So the external symbol references will be listed here. Then it will list the library files that we have to link our object code, and finally the debugging information will also be stored here. So these are the 5 different informations that are stored in the OBJ file. First is the memory for global variables. Second is the public symbols. Then third is the external symbols. Fourth is the library files which we have to link. Fifth is the debugging information. These are the 5 different information stored in the OBJ file. Is it clear? Hello? So what are the information stored in the OBJ file? What are the different information stored in the OBJ file? Anyone? So the third file that is generated after cross compilation is .obj file. And what are the information stored in the OBJ file? Okay, reserved memory for global variables. Global variables are those variables that can be used in all the modules that we have written. So reserved memory for global variables. Then what are external are called external symbols. Okay, symbols that we import from other modules are called external symbols, and symbols that we export to other modules are called public symbols. If I have a particular module and I'm giving public symbols, and if I'm going to use variables or functions in another module then we call it as so. Hello. 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 So you have public variables, external variables. Then what are the other information apart from public variables and external variables? What are the other information stored? Hello. Hello. Okay, library files and debugging information. The library files with which my module is to be linked will be stored in this file, OBJ file, and also the debugging information. Whatever information we have obtained as a process of debugging will be listed in this file. So these are the main contents of OBJ file. So as we said earlier in the last module, this OBJ, this object code is an absolute code. The object code generated will be an absolute code, and that is, it has not allocated any fixed location in memory. So we call it as relocatable code. It has not been assigned any location in memory. So we call the object code generated as a relocatable object code, and it is the linker or the locator that assigns address for the object code. Once it gets addressed, then the object code remains fixed in the memory location. So the address for the object code is assigned by the linker or the locator. So linker or locator will assign the absolute memory locations to object code, and it also resolves the external references. External references means if the module is going to use variables in other modules, then the linking of the module to other external variables and functions will be done by the linker. So object code that has been generated is a relocatable code, and it is assigned fixed locations in memory by the linker and the locators. So linkers link the code to external references, and locators will assign absolute memory addresses. So that is the object code, and once it gets the address, it is called the absolute object file, absolute addresses. Hello, is it clear to you? Hello. Hello. അശ്വതി കേൾക്കാമോ? Hello. Hello. അനുശ്രീ കേൾക്കാമോ? Okay. So that is the third file, object file. Then next you have the map file, .map file, the file with extension .map. So what is map file? So this map file that has been, the contents of this file will be the code that has been generated after assigning the memory addresses. So linking and locating of the relocatable object file. Object file, as I said earlier, it has no it is a relocatable file. The code is relocatable, and after linking and locating the relocatable object files, it will generate a list file called the linker list file. And this file and that linker list file, it is also called the map file. So as the map file is the linker list file. This file is generated after linking and locating the relocatable object earlier that object code is relocatable. It has not been assigned any memory location. So to assign fixed memory location, the linker and locator program will assign the addresses. And after linking and locating the relocatable object file, then you get a linker list file. The file generated is the linker list file, or it is also called the map file. Is called linker list file or the map file. So what is the other name for map file? What is another name for map file? The fourth kind of file generated is called the map file. What is another name for map file? Okay, linker list file. Yes, linker. So because it has been generated as a process of linking and locating the relocatable object code. Object code is always relocatable. It can be placed into any memory location, and the memory addresses for the object code is assigned by the linker and locator. And once the linker and locator assigns absolute addresses for the object file, then the file, the details of such addresses, memory addresses, will be stored in a file called the map file with extensions .map, and it is also called the linker list file. So it contains information about the link or the locate process, because it is generated after linking and locating. So it contains information about the linking and locating process, and it has a number of sections as we discussed in list file. The first file we said there are a number of sections. Likewise for the map file also there are a number of sections, and the number of sections is cross compiler dependent. Okay, the number of sections is cross compiler. The number of sections is cross-compiler dependent. So it contains information about the link or the locate process, and it has a number of sections. So what are these sections in the map file? Is it clear? the link file, the linker list file, it will contain information about the linking or the locating process. After linking, which all modules are being linked together, and where is this object code placed in memory, that is located in memory, and what are the sections, what are the informations regarding each module will be stored in the map file. And some of the information in this map file is listed below. You have around 9 information stored in the map file. Okay, so these are the different sections that are included in the map file. See, the two questions that can be asked is one is the list file and another is the map file. Two possible questions, sub questions that can be asked from this section. One is what are the contents of the list file generated after cross compilation, or it can be what are the contents of the map file generated after cross compilation, because these two files have a lot of information stored in different sections. Or as an essay question, you can ask what are the other question can be like what are the output files generated during cross compilation or cross assembling process. So possible sub questions are the contents of list file and contents of map file. So like list file, the map file also has different sections. Okay, and this map file is generated after linking and locating the relocatable object file. Is it clear? Hello? When is map file generated? When is this map file generated? .map file generated. Anyone? When is map file generated? Hello? Are you listening? Abhilash? Okay, when is map file generated? Map file ఎప్పుడు generate అవునా? Hello? Map file എപ്പോഴാ generate ആവുന്നത്? നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞു. After linking and locating, okay, after linking and locating the relocatable object file, the map file is generated. Is it clear? Linking and locating linking and locating is needed in order to assign memory addresses for the object code. So linking is needed to link the library files. Locating is needed to assign memory locations. So after linking and locating, the details about what are the files that are linked, what are the to which memory location are these code located, these informations will be stored in a file called the map file. Okay. So it is also called linker list file because it is generated after linking process. It is also called linker list file, and this particular file has a number of sections, and the number of sections may vary from compiler to compiler. That is, it is cross compiler dependent. And let us see what are the information usually stored in the map file. You have the first is the page header. Just like the list file, in list file also we said there is the page header. Likewise here also in map file also there is the page header, and this indicates the linker version. In list file we said it indicates the cross compiler version, and in this map file it indicates the linker version number, date, time, and page number. The same information is stored in the list file, but the information stored is about the cross compiler. But in map file, it stores information about the linker version number. So the first section in the map file is the page header, and it indicates linker version number, date, time, and page number of generating this file. Then the second section is the command line. It represents the command used for invoking the linker. In list file, we said it contains the command used for invoking the cross compiler, but here it is the command used for invoking the linker. It contains the command used for invoking the linker. The second section is the command line, and it represents the entire command line that was used for invoking the linker. Then the CPU details, the processor and the so it includes about the target CPU and its memory model. Memory model, so CPU details include the details of the target CPU and the memory model that is being used. Then the fourth section includes the input modules. It includes the name of all object modules. As I said, or we have drawn the figure in last module, the last third module. Like in the conversion of assembly to machine language, we divide it into different modules. So there will be different object modules generated, and finally these object modules will be linked together. So it includes, this section will include all the object modules that are involved, all the library files that are involved, and the modules that are included in the linking process, which all modules are to be linked to which other module in the linking process. So it includes the name of all object modules, all library files that have to be linked, and the modules to which each module has to be linked. The certain modules will be linked to other modules. So what are the modules that are to be linked with each other? That will be included in this section. Then there is the map file, and it will list the starting address, memory map section that lists hello. Hello. Hello, Ashwati. Can you hear me? Anushree. Okay. So, can you say the different sections that we had discussed now in the in which file we were speaking about right now? Okay, map file. As I said that there are different sections in the map file. What are the sections we had discussed now? What were the different There are a total of 9 sections, out of which I had said 5 sections. Okay. There are a total of 9 sections usually found in this file, and I had said I had told the names of 5 sections. What are those sections? Okay, page header, then command line, yes, CPU details, very good. Right? Good. Okay. Input modules and memory map. 5 sections which I had told right now. Command page header, command line, CPU details, input modules, and memory map. Memory map will give the starting address of the block of code that we had written. Input modules will give all the object modules to be linked together. CPU details will give the details of target CPU. Command line will give the command used for invoking the linker. And page header will give us the linker version number, the date, time, and page number. So these are different sections of the file. If we open and see that file, you can see all these sections. Then next is the symbol table. We had discussed earlier. There are different symbols used in our file, and all the names of these symbols from different modules will be there in this file. Since we are linking all the modules together, this will show the symbols used in the different modules that has been linked together. If you in the list file, it will show only the symbols for the particular module, but in map file, it will show all the symbols that are being used in all the modules that are linked together. Symbol table. Then inter-module cross-references. Inter-module cross-references, it includes the section name, the type, memory type, and the name of modules in which we are the different modules that are being linked together from other modules, and which module to be accessed, which object code to be accessed in order to see the content of a particular module. Each module in files, they can be in different object files. And what are the object files? What are the different modules that are object files will be shown in this section. So intermodule reference means which are the other modules which we are going to refer in our particular module. Then program size, it includes information about the size of the memory area that is being used for the code space and the entire application. Also for the constants like stack, heap, etc. We need memory locations, reserved memory areas, and what is the size of the memory area that is reserved for the program. Then errors and warning messages. It gives the details about the errors generated during the linking process. And using these errors, we can debug the program and fix the errors. So errors and warnings generated while linking a program, they are written in this section. When we look at this section, we get the warnings and errors, and looking at the errors and warnings, we can debug our program and correct the errors. So these are the different sections that are included in a map file. So total there are 9 sections included in a map file. I'll repeat it once more. One is the page header, then there is the command line, then CPU details, the input modules that are linked together, then memory map that shows the starting address of memory locations where our code resides, then symbol table shows symbols used in different modules that are linked together, then intermodule cross-references, it gives the section name and the module to which a particular module is linked, other modules to which a particular module is linked. Then you have the program size that includes the size of memory area required for constants and the code space. Then you have errors and warning messages, and this includes the errors and warnings generated after linking process, and you can read the warnings and errors and correct the errors, or you can debug your program and correct the errors. And these are the 9 sections that are included in the map file. So the 2 files that are a bit lengthy is the list file and map file, since it has different sections that you have to study. Okay, the list file also has different sections. Also the map file has different sections. Other files are small files. We are just writing the definition of these files. Okay, is it clear to you? Hello. So can you repeat first the different sections in the map file? There is the page header, there is the command line, then okay. നിങ്ങൾ 8-9 മിനിറ്റ് ലേറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കയറുമ്പോൾ മാം ലൂസിങ് ദാറ്റ് മച്ച് ടൈം കേട്ടോ. എനിക്ക് പോർഷൻസ് ചേർക്കാനായിട്ട് പാടുള്ളൂ. Next time see that you are on time, okay? Ashwati. So just study the contents of map file which I had told right now. Okay. See, one period is only 40 minutes, so if I'm losing 7 to 8 minutes, I'm getting only half an hour. So roll number 1, 2, roll number 2. Abhinav absent. Roll number 5, Ansar absent. Roll number 6, Anushri. Okay. 7, Arjun. 8. Okay. 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 27 Sri Raj, okay, 28, 29 Vishnu, 30 Amrita, 30 Amrita absent, 31 Ashwati, 32, okay, 33 Harita, and number 3 Amal Santosh. Okay, thank you. 3, 5 and 30 absent. Number 3, 5 and 30.